Yeah, so welcome to Foreigner in the Philippines. So there's a comment in the video that we uploading. So we upload a video about our land for sale for 20 million, and then suddenly it become 30 million in just a week. So we try to look at online some prices range of other people. So even in somewhere in Taliban, there's lot that is 1,500 per square meter, and it's just a lot alone. And there are also 2,000 per square meter. If you're 2,500, there are 3,000 square meter per square meter. So we came to the idea, look at that land is for sale, and it's just a bare land at all, just a land at all. And here we are, we're selling. We got cemented house. It's ready. It's just some electrical to be done. And then it can be rented as source of income. So we decided that okay, we'll change it for 30 million. If there's some people that gonna buy it, of course it's negotiable. So but that's the price that we're gonna set up. And then out of that also video, somebody commenting saying that's the problem on the foreigner or expat retiring in the Philippines. They build a big house. They build a big house, and then later on when the wife or him has a problem, so it goes all to the wife, right? And then that's the biggest problem. Or we build a big house. There are other expats that build a big houses, and then it's not being finished and then being sold. So I'm sure in every decisions that is being made of everybody, there are always been consequences. In every decisions that you've been made, there always been it can be happen, it might not happen. So besides, if you build to those expats that building houses, yes, the expenses are there, but when you sold that house, there also you've been covered by your expenses and an additional revenue and a little revenue. So it's not really a waste. It's not really kind of mistakes. It's not really kind of mistakes, because to those expat that building a houses, they are been just using the money that they are been out of their pensions, out of their savings of those years in their life that they're working in America. They're contributing in their social security system. So yeah, it's not just that's the biggest mistake, because if you say a biggest mistake on expats, there's a big line. There are expats that didn't succeed in the Philippines because they chose a wrong woman. There are expats that are not succeed in the Philippines on their retirement because they invest. They invest on making some making some investment that it didn't went well. There are other expats that building resource. And the resort, when pandemic come, it stopped their income. So there's a lot of expat, same as Filipino. We might invest something and it didn't work well, so it's all happened to everybody. So your comments are that's the biggest problem that's the biggest mistake on expat on retiring in the Philippines, is to build a bigger, which is not, because you build something, and if you want to sell it, there's always been a revenue net. You're spending 10 million on that, and you're selling it for 15 million. The 5 million is the income, out of your expenses. So you cannot say that that's the biggest of the expat. You could say that the problem on the expat is when they find a Filipina that is not that it didn't suit well with them, then that's the biggest problem, because when you invest in the relationship, it's not just money involved, it's also love. And then suddenly it didn't work well, which has happened to everybody. Happened to everybody in a relationship. And when it comes in the relationship, in the investment, I thought it's lovely, or in any daily lives, made decision. So yeah, that's the answer of your questions, which I didn't get it. So have a great day, and God bless. Bye-bye.